Welcome back to another breakdown here. This is going to be a breakdown with the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to use some showdown pricing, but feel free to use the content and apply it to classic slates as well. If you are not a subscriber here at Fantasy Sports Insight on our YouTube channel, please do that below. It's greatly appreciated. Just hit that thumbs up, give us the bell, hit the subscribe. All those things are super helpful in the growth of our channel. If you have not gotten a chance to get into our Discord channel, feel free just to check it out for free. Even when you just go to the Monkey Knife Fight room, esports, some of the other, or college basketball, some of the things that we just have going on for free right now, it's going to give you a little bit of a taste of what we have going on at Fantasy Sports Insight. I think one of the biggest things that we have that you might not find everywhere else is that our coaches are interactive with all of our members. So you need feedback, you have a question, a 1v1, 2v2, we will interact. We are not just posting this content and leaving you out to dry. So let's get into this slate. I am really pumped to kind of be covering some of these afternoon games. I wish I was doing it all year. I think like these showdown slates actually have like some more edge to them than you would see on the night slates, because there's less people playing. Like, it's much easier to find not that great players, those types of things. So I really like that from a building perspective, that it seems easier to find some fishy lineups out there. Tennessee is a 4.5 point favorite, over under a 53, which is kind of high for me. I don't know. I kind of would go the under here. If I was making if I was in a location that was legal to sports bet. We have Nick Chubb and Derrick Henry. Let's run the ball down each other's throats, and see who can stop them. So let's get into the slate. Let's start on the Tennessee side of the ball. Derrick Henry, 12,000, the most expensive player on this slate. Pretty tough to fade, in cash. I think if you think there's a game script that, say Cleveland gets up by enough and Tennessee has to throw the ball more, I'm trying to even find a game that I feel like that's happened. And it just hasn't really. Like, even in the Indy game, he still had 103 yards. He still got to 14.9. I just think the floor is too high to fade somebody like this in this game. Tannehill and AJ Brown. Tannehill is obviously, they rely more on Henry than Tannehill until the game asks for them to rely on Tannehill. And he's obviously been decent this year. I still think you're seeing not that many games go over 20 points, hovering right around there. I think he's definitely viable in cash, because I think if you take him and AJ Brown has more upside. Tannehill is safer for cash. You're paying $1,200 for a little bit more safety, a little less upside. So you kind of take your call on that. AJ Brown, 25.8 points last week, 16.2 in week 11. Had a brutal matchup against Indianapolis. Only was targeted 4 times. It's pretty clear, like, when they deliberately start to target him like more than 5 times and give him shots on the field, good things happen. So I really like him for 9,600 here. He obviously has 20 to 30 point upside pretty easily at 9,600. Makes him a phenomenal play. Corey Davis has also quietly just been really consistent. Over 10 points in his last 3 matchups. Caught all 3 targets last week for 70 yards. The game script kind of got him out of any more targets than that. Baltimore, he had a phenomenal game. Had 67 yards on 5 catches in week 10. So I think if you want like a little bit less of a discount, but you still want access or correlation to Tannehill, Corey Davis is a great option. But I think you definitely are giving up a lot of upside that you would get with AJ Brown. Jonnu Smith is out. So that will mean you'll see, I think, filter down. Yeah, Ferkser is, I think, who is going to see the most benefit. We'll get into that here. Yeah, he's priced at 4,600 already. I don't know. I guess he's meh to me. I mean, he's going to be the top tight end here on this slate or top tight end for them. So I don't know. I would prefer him now more in like the 4 or 5K range, but 6,400 is fine for him. Oh, never mind. 4,600. Oh yeah, he's definitely a play. 4,600. I think you're kind of picking between him and Gostowski. Gostowski has probably an easier path to double digits, if he's not missing easy field goals. But, Ferkser probably has more touchdown, obviously has touchdown upside, compared to him. So make your pick. Wow, I thought the numbers were flapped. So Titans D, okay, not really super excited about that. Humphreys, I think this is going to be his first game back since week 8 is when I think he got hurt. I like him here. He's probably one of my favorite values here. 1,800 for, I think, a guy that's been priced like he's been continuing to be out, but now he's actually playing. So probably one of my favorite values, not a kicker, would be Humphreys here. I think you can take a flyer with Jeremy McNichols and who's the other guy that's been seeing some, Foreman and Jeremy McNichols. McNichols, I think, would get more of like a pass catching role. I don't know, if Henry needs a break or something. They were up by so much last game, so that yielded more carries to guys like this. I don't know. I don't think I'm going down to it, but McNichols is not the worst $200 play. Jeff Swami down here, though, could be a decent play. Like, he's seen some, targets here and there. So $200, I don't think he gets you zero. So they are actually some decent values here for Tennessee. So let's get over to the Cleveland side. Chubb, has obviously taken away all the value of Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt has still gotten there a couple weeks where he's gotten a short touchdown. But they know Chubb is their lead back. They know they want to feed him the ball. It's really hard to fade him here. 10,000 and, both running backs. That's what I'm saying here. I think I'd much rather fade Baker and, than fade Chubb or Henry. So Baker is okay. But, with no OBJ, just they know they need to run the ball. They have Landry. They have some okay other receivers. But, Hooper and Higgins. But I don't know. They need to rely on the run to win this game. Kareem Hunt, 6,400. GPP only for me, probably. He's probably still going to get you your 6 to 10, but I don't know. He needs a touchdown to get there. Likely, he could definitely catch a touchdown, I think, which would help his value out a lot. Hooper, again, they're just not using him enough. They, 5,400. I don't know. Don't love him. Higgins, nah. Parkey, definitely in play at 3,800. Especially if I go back to this, who Tennessee is favored, but I think both kickers are definitely in play here. Njoku is 600, and he's, now they were like rotating. He played 40 snaps in the last game, wasn't targeted once, against Jacksonville. Has not caught a pass since week 8. 600 seems like he is due to at least catch a ball, but maybe not. I think that's kind of where I'm going to end my value here. So I think Humphreys is the best value on the slate. And then maybe going to, no, he's not even playing right now with Chubb back. I think your best value is going to be Adam Humphreys, and then using Parkey or Gostowski. If we just look at a couple potential builds here, say you go Chubb up top, you go Henry, you stick in AJ Brown instead of Tannehill, and then you go down and you plug in someone like Humphreys. Now, obviously, this is all pending changes on who you use at captain. Say you use Parkey, the cheaper field goal, you can get Corey Davis. Or if you go Gostowski, then you're going to be kind of stuck in no man's land, which you don't really want to be in. So at that point, you maybe consider paying for Tannehill over AJ Brown, or you go a cheaper captain, or if you just go to Henry at captain, then you're going to kind of be a little bit stuck a little bit more. But if you go Tannehill and AJ Brown, then you would definitely have to play somebody like Swami here. So if you go down and add in like Swami, 2,400, you get back up to Humphreys, and actually if you went even cheaper, if you went AJ Brown, no, that's probably not going to be enough. Someone like AJ Brown, still would get you to Chubb, but would it get you up from Humphreys? No, it won't get up to like a kicker. So those are some of my builds. I think my 3 favorite cash plays are Chubb, Henry, and then picking between Tannehill and AJ Brown. Favorite value is both kickers and Adam Humphreys. And my fade here is just the passing game for Cleveland in general. Baker and any of his counterparts. Jonnu Smith out. Firkser is an okay value if you land in that spot. Again, I just prefer kickers because I don't like to be touchdown dependent, but I am also more of a cash player. So thanks for tuning in to another Showdown breakdown here at Fantasy Sports Insight. Hopefully you win some more cash.